Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com, and I am here after a long time. It feels right. I think the last time I went live was probably November. And so anyway, I wanted to come back. Everything is still a mess. So I'm not set up really where I want to be on a regular basis, but we'll see how that goes. And for today, I decided I wanted to be playing with the Love Knows Designer Series paper, which is this one. This is a brand new Designer Series paper, and I believe it is on the mini catalog, the new that just released in January. I said I believe because I don't know if it is part of the online exclusives or if it is part of the mini catalog. But anyway, this is the one that I wanted to be using. Let me just show you real quick. It is really nice. So it's one of those where you get like, it's not cutouts because you still have to cut it, but I feel like it gives you lots of different options. And what I thought was really smart from Stampin' Up! This time was that the way you cut it out matches both sides. So it is very easy to just cut everything at once, and you're not cutting something from the other pack. Because I have had paper where if you cut this one, right, you're cutting one of these images. In this case, you don't. Like, it is mirror, if you will. Like, it is the same size on the other end, so you can pick and choose whichever size you want to be using. But I felt like this pack was super, super easy to play with. And so this is the one that I decided to use tonight. And as always, following my what we used to do, I am offering. Let me see, did I have this one? Yes. I am offering the ordering incentive where when you place an order with me, you'll get the cards from tonight. And tonight I'm actually doing 4. If I have time, I might do a 5th one that will not be part of the kit, but the 4 that I am showcasing tonight will be part of the kit. So anyway, I do have the link in the description of this video so that if you want to place an order with me, if it is $50 or more, you'll get the card kit in the mail. And like I said, we're going to be using this paper. The other thing is that I think like I'm going to be releasing another card class. I'm not yet decided if I want to be using one or the other or both. I don't know. There's 2 sets that are perfect for Valentine's. And let me just show you here which ones they are. This is called the Endless Love Dies, and it is this one. And it is a bundle. So it is the Endless Love bundle. So here are the dies. The dies, let me show you here. They look like so. And then the stamp set. If you know now, we have our new format where everything comes in these envelopes, which is kind of cool. For space-wise. I'm still getting used to the whole thing that we don't have the case, right? But I am liking space-wise because I can have multiple sets right at my fingertips and it's not too chaotic. So I like that part, but I'm still getting used to it, and I feel like there is a little bit of work. In my case, I've been stamping, and let me just show you what I do here so you get an idea. Oh, can I do this? I hope I can. Give me 1 second. So what I do is when it's brand new, I take one of the films. So this is our photopolymer, and there is a light film, and I put it with a light color. So in this case, I've been using the crumb cake, and then I put it on my, I probably should be featuring this, but I'll put it on this side, and then I close it and then rub it. So I get the image on this side. And the light, the lighter, what is this? Clear thing. I don't know how you call it, this krill thing. I just glue it down. And so it's easier for me to see which stamps do I have and then how do they line up in this thing. Okay. So, I've been doing that. Like I said, it's not a lot of work, but it does take a few minutes, right, to do the whole thing. And so then I have it this way, right? So then it's easier for me to put them back. It's also easier for me to know which ones I am missing and, you know, all that yes. So anyway, so that's that. High flow. And then for the dies, I don't think I've done, oh yeah, I've done this. So for the dies, as always, I like to do the lines, right? Like I go with my pen and then go over the outline. And that also helps me to know how they are positioned and also which ones I'm missing. Because, you know, as you start taking all the things out, it's harder, right, to remember how did everything fit. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more of a messy stamper where I get all my stuff out and start playing with it, and then I have several things here and there. And so this way I can tell, right, when I'm done, then I can put all the pieces back where they belong, and I know exactly how they fit. So anyway, so those are the two things. So anyway, so my point on this was that these are the two. So this is one of the sets that we have for Valentine's this year, which I really love the dies on this one. And then we also have the Valentine Kisses, which is this. And I mean, the bears are super cute. I don't know if I shared these, but bears are like my favorite animals, and I love them, you know, like polar bears, pandas. Oh my gosh, I love the pandas. And so anyway, when I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now I have been resisting it for a while, and then we had our team meeting, and the cards that we made was using this set. I'm like, oh my gosh, all right, I'll break in, I'll get it. So I got this. And so I will be doing either a Facebook Live or a card class with this as well. So anyway, these are super cute. And so I figure you might want to see them. I'm not going to be using them just for today because, again, I wanted to focus on the designer series paper, make it super easy, especially because, you know, sometimes we just want to make as many cards as we can in an easy way. And I think this paper is going to be able to do it for you. So anyway, so let me just get on the other phone real quick just to see who is here. Let me know also in the comments, where are you watching from? And then we'll go from there. Like I said, I'm very excited. It feels like it's been forever. And I've been missing, I really, truly have been missing being able to go online. So let me see. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I don't see comments. All right, hi Paula, hi Helen, hi Flo, glad to see you girls. You said Flo says she knew I would get the. I know, I love those bears. Flo says happy to see you tonight. Hope all is getting better. I have missing you. Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's been chaotic. I'm not gonna be lying. It's still, I'm still not done with unpacking. Like if I show you here, I am in between boxes, mainly because I moved early November, right? And as I got in, it was full on, you know, work, and so I couldn't really do or put priority on that. And then in December, I ended up going 2 weeks to New Jersey because my brother now lives there, and so I didn't do any unpacking during December because the holidays, right? I was with the family, and so I was not even here. So anyway, so I'm still have a lot of work to do, and hopefully, you know, that's my next priority. I really need to get everything settled because I don't like being in boxes, but anyway, we'll do. I get frustrated because I'm still trying to find all my stuff. I haven't found all my crafting, like my blending. Oh my gosh, I spent like a whole hour and a half sorting out where do I have some blending, what are those called? The brushes, the blending brushes. Oh gosh, it's been crazy. So anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm sure it will. And so anyway, also thank you so much for your patience. I think I'm going to be doing the Facebook Live right now on the weekend rather than the weekdays, mainly because during the week, my schedule is still a little bit iffy. And, which I know is just going to get better, but I feel like I have more control with the weekends. So anyway, hi Francis, nice seeing you here. So anyway, so we'll get started. These are really easy class cards. I'll show you also a couple of card classes that I do have going on. One is a paper share. Do not forget to sign up about that one. We have 12 cards. I do have the 6 here that I have. I've sent, make sure you're on my email list because that's where I share all the registrations forms. But here are the cards. This is the one where I partner with my friend Jennifer Cotton, and we make a card with every single of the paper packs from the new catalog as well as some of the online exclusives, which I think is 2 new online exclusives. So anyway, so I have the 6 from me, and I know she just mailed me hers. So hopefully the next video I will be able to share it with you. The registration closes on January 27, and again, you get a sampling of every single of the designer series paper. Of course, you're going to be getting a sampling of this one as well. And so it's really fun. It is on a Facebook group. We do all the cards, and there is 2 extra bonus classes, or videos. One for a mystery card and one for a wild card. So anyway, so those are the ones. And the other card class that I have, which has not been released, but I am excited about it because we just finished designing, and I haven't shared my samples yet with Joy, but I'm also doing another craft along with Joy at the beginning of February. And so registration is coming fairly soon, and it's all about foam folds, and it is featuring the, oh my gosh, I cannot remember the name, but it is the one that has the Simply Beautiful bundle with the large flowers. So anyway, so here they are. These are foam folds. We're gonna be doing 8 cards. However, the PDF will have 10 cards. So there are gonna be 2 extra cards there for you, but all of them are super, super cute. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm sure you're gonna love this card class. And I mean, the colors are beautiful, and I think that the suite is just great. So anyway, so really had a fun time playing with these. And again, registration will start soon. It is for 8 projects. You're going to be getting all the materials to make all the cards. And again, the PDF will also have 2 additional bonus cards for you. And so anyway, so let me flip the camera and then go from there. Let me see who else is here. Hi, Lori, nice seeing you here. Hi, Kathy. Thank you, Francis. Glad you like the cards. Hi, Luis. Hi, Corinne. Hi, Patricia. Thank you. All right, so let me flip. Let me flip the camera. How do I see? Like, I'm getting all. Like, this is not my regular setup, and so I'm getting all like, what do we do here? Okay, I think, is that right? Yes, I think you can see me now. Let me just make sure I see it on the other phone just to make sure I am right. So like I said, we are going to have this paperback. And I have already, like I said, I show you here how they look. But really, see, like, I don't like this shadow, but okay, we'll make do. We'll figure out. So anyway, so here's how they look. This is the paper pack that we're going to be using tonight. One thing that I would suggest is when you get the kit, like I said, anyone who's placing an order with me with of $50 or more between now and the Friday, I think Friday is January 16th, you're going to be getting a kit to make these cards. What I'm going to be doing is actually send you one of each of these designer series papers, so you get the full sampling on this one. And the one thing, see, there's 2 that are good for like backgrounds, right, to kind of coordinate with all of these. And I would highly suggest on this one, see, right, to cut out everything. That's really what I did. I cut out everything, and then I start kind of piecing things together. I love the sketches, so to me it's always so easier to go that route. But anyway, so what I would suggest is go ahead and cut everything exactly as, like, these are 3 by 3, and then these are 3 by 1.5, all four of those pieces, and then the same thing here, 3 by 3. Okay, and then you can decide which side you are going to be using. So same with these 2. These are 4 by 2, and so you can see there is a 2, and then you have a 4 by 6 in this case, and then you cut it out at 3 and 3. Same with this one. So you cut it out at this side and then cut those. That way you can have all the pieces. All right. Let me just, so I did that already. And so let me start with the first card. And again, I'm going to be showing more of the paper, or we're going to go from the paper and then go from there. I'm going to be, here's my seal. I also thought about using this ribbon. So this is a brand new ribbon. This is called, what is this? The gingham ribbon, and it's on the Bound Me Blue. And so it looks really nice. It doesn't go with a suite or Valentine suite, but I thought because we had some blues, I thought it will go really well. We do have another ribbon that is pink, but I thought it was more of the bubble bath, and we didn't have too much of the bubble bath going on this one, so I decided to go with this color. All right, but of course, if you have white or red, will also go really well with this. And then what else? Okay, so we're gonna go from there. So like I said, I cut out all my pieces, right, which is from the designer series paper, and it's more of a sketch, if you will. Now this one, if you remember, was a 4x6, and so for this one, this because it has a frame, I actually went with the 6x4 in what is 4 1/4. So it is a slightly taller as a card, but it was mainly to make sure that I could use this piece. And then I cut out 1/8 of an inch on all of these sides. Okay, so 1/4. But you don't want to be cutting 1/4 from one side, because again, you have this frame, so you want to be doing the 1/8 on each of the sides. And so this one ended up being 4 now, right, by 5 3/4. Okay, so just remember to cut out 1/8 of an inch on all sides so that it fits nicely on this one, and you still have the frame on the inside or on the center of the card. Okay, and then I have these two, and I like this one, sending hugs. As you know, I love the whole sending hugs, and so I decided to put them in an angle. And then I am matting this one, and so this one is 3, if I remember, 3 1/8 by 1 5/8, and so this is only 1/8 of an inch larger. That is going to go right there, and I'm going to be putting this one right here. And then I thought, why don't we just put a bow somewhere here, and then some embellishments. So for embellishments, I do have the flower accents. I always like for Valentine's something gold, so I thought this could be a good option for us to be adding, you know, sporadically. So let's go ahead and start putting together. But you can see, very, very easy. Let me just go ahead. I have my craft sheet, silicone craft, I think this is called that way. So let's go ahead and put this one. All right, let me, oh yeah, I'm like, did I bring my, the other thing, you might be hearing a lot more of noise now, mainly because in the past, my craft room was kind of outside of my house, like it was part of the garage, if you will. I had a separate room. And so now, oh look, I love this one a lot. And now I am actually inside the house, and I'm actually right next to the kitchen. So the setup of the house is a little bit weird, because I have like a living room, the kitchen, like living room area, dining, kitchen, and then another kind of living room area that you could do. I am in this side, so all the noise from the whole house are also coming here. It's a little bit of difference. And that has been also why I've been debating a little bit on making the videos, because it gets loud. So anyway, see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if you heard the kiddos a minute ago. So yeah, so it gets a lot more. And I do have 2 little ones, right? So they're always playing. Oh, look at that one. Ooh, do I want the line? See, this is where we could be. So do I want the lines? I feel like that one is too, like, because I have that one, I don't like that one. I like the pattern better in this case, because I want this one. I think I like that one better, and then have these hearts. So anyway, I apologize from the beginning. You're gonna hear a lot more of noise now on the videos, just because, you know, they're kids, they're playful. Okay, and you have all, like, in this paper rack, there are other things you can be doing with this, right? So you could pick and choose, but I felt like, you know, and now this one I do want it with what is dimensionals. So let me bring the dimensionals. Where's my little trash can? Somewhere here. Let's use this one so I use all of my pieces here. So anyway, so that's a little bit of the changes here. What else? What else? Okay, let's see. Oh, all right. Hi, Glenda. Nice seeing you here. Yep. And you know me, I tend to use a lot of dimensional, so we go from there. And I feel like I want to have, so I'm going to be adding this one, but before we do that, I want to add like a bow or something somewhere here. And, or a six, ooh, maybe a six. No, I think a bow. Let's do the bow first and see what we want. Like I could have it, if I do this one right here, I could have my bow. Yeah, I kind of like it this way. I forgot my ribbons. Let me bring my scissors because these are not gonna make it. Give me a second. Okay. Hola, Gaby. Okay. And then we have this one come here. And I'm going to be adding this one right here. Either there. Ooh, maybe here. Hold on. I do want this to be open. And then add some, yeah. And then add some gems. All right. So I do like how it looks. I always like to kind of piece things. The other thing, as you know, I never have the cards made, right? I have the idea, right? But I never had it done until I am in the video. So I like to, for that reason, I like to kind of to put things together and see if I like it. And if I don't, then you can modify, you know, the position of the things or change or bring a different, you know, ribbon or whatever. So I always like doing that. I felt like that's always easier, at least for me. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and hi, Julie. Oh, Helen saying you will watch. Yeah, Helen says that she's gonna watch later. I know now that I am on. That's the other thing. I am on Pacific time, right? So for me, it's just close to 7 now. So I am really in a different timeline or time zone, I think, from where I used to be. Alrighty, and so see, you have your first card, super easy, you know. So I love that. Here is another one. Let's do another one real quick. So on this one, I did not decide if I wanted to have the cherry cobbler or the real red. I'm gonna go with the cherry cobbler. I think I like that better with this one than the real red. I think it was too bright. So for this one, I have the Azure Afternoon. We're gonna go ahead and fold this one in half. So it's a 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5, and then I score it at 4.25. And so we're just gonna fold it in half. Oh, glad you like it, Bertita. All right, you have it like so. And then this is a piece that is, I believe this one was like 3 inches. Yes, it's 3 inches. There you go. 3 inches by 5.25. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one somewhere here. And then, like I said, this is a 3x3, and we had it on a 3 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 square. Okay, so this is gonna go somewhere here. Now the other side has the ones with the words, but then I like this one that says "You are amazing." This one has, you know, just this if you want to be adding some words. So because I want to be using the "You are amazing," I decided to go with the plain one, although I do like this one. Something sweet for someone neat. But I thought this one would be better because it gives me enough space to be adding this one, right? So I would be adding this one like so, and maybe more like this, like so. And so very simple to that. I thought this one was equally easy. Where's my, here it is. Hi, Lean. Nice seeing you here. By the way, we do have a new program called the Product of the Month. This month it is stamp set with sentiments, which is really nice. Mine is still on the mail, so I haven't gotten yet. Hi, Louise. And but please know that anyone placing an order with me of $75 or more throughout the month of January will get a PDF with 12 card ideas using the product of the month. By the way, I got the file, and I apologize because I haven't sent the one from last month, so I will be sending that tomorrow. So if you place an order with me last December, you're going to be getting the product of the month tutorial, and we end up being 12 of us collaborating for this PDF. So I'm very excited with that. I feel like you're gonna love all the beautiful samples that everyone put together. See, like I'm gonna be putting this one and then erase everything and then maybe make a bow or something somewhere here. So anyway, so stay tuned. You're gonna be getting it fairly shortly. And then the new one, it's also at the end of the month, so we are due to have our samples by, see, like, oh, maybe here. Like, we're due to have our samples by the 20th, and then one of the demonstrators in the group puts together or compiles all the tutorials, and then they send us a link. So that's the reason why it's at the end of the month when we send it. That way anyone who's placed an order throughout the month will get the file. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I like it that way. So I'm gonna be putting this one and then adding the whole thing with, now that I know where I want this, with dimensional. So I want this one to be somewhere here. There you go. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put the dimensionals. And then this month also we have a bonus days promotion going on. And so what it is on that one is that for every $50 you get a $5 coupon that you can use next month. So definitely take advantage, right? Now, when you place an order of $50, you're going to be getting your coupon, and you're also going to be getting the card kit to make these cards from me. The coupon comes directly from Stampin' Up. One thing to know is that it is on an email, so make sure after you place your order, you should be getting an email directly from Stampin' Up. Those coupons, save that email because you're gonna be able to use them in February. Okay, so do not lose that email. And in February, I think it's February 3rd when they start. Then you can start using your your coupons. Place an order, and if you get, for every 50 you get $5 coupon. So technically, it's like a 10% discount that you can put toward your next purchase in February. So that's a pretty cool deal. So anyway, if you place an order between now and what did we say? January 16, which is the next Friday, you also get your coupon and also get this card kit in the mail from me. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I know it's a lot of information. It seems like we have a lot of things going on right now, so it can get confusing at times, I'm sure. All right, so we have this one come here. See how easy it's coming together? And then I'm going to be adding this one right here. Hi, Juanita. Let's see you. From California, okay. So we're almost, I think we're in the same time zone now. All right, so now let's use this. There you go. All right, so here you have it. Very, very easy. See? Like I said, this designer series paper, I mean, I didn't even have to do any stamping for this one. All right, so let's go ahead and do the next one. The next one is using a bubble bath, 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna fold it in half again, as our other part. All right, now I have a piece of the designer series paper, and now this one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch smaller than the front panel. And we're gonna go ahead and put it on our card front, okay? Like so. So let's go ahead and add that. Hi, Joanne. Glad to see you here. Thank you for joining me. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and thank you, Juanita. Glad that you're liking the card. All right, now for this one, I have, like I said, these two pieces, right? 3 by 3, and then this is 3 by 1.5. Again, cutting the pattern on the paper pack, okay? So you can see, I'm just cutting it along. And then I have a piece that is, this one is 3 1/4, yeah, 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, okay? So what we're gonna be doing is, I'm going to go ahead and put this one like so. And then I'm going to glue down this one, right? And I want the same distance, so it's going to overlap slightly, like so. And then I have a piece that is 1/4 inch by 3 that is going to go right on top of here. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and put those pieces together. Again, this one has one that says "Be Mine." I actually like this one better, but you can also pick the other side that says "Be Mine." I feel like this one goes well for any friend, right? So that's why I decided to go with that one. So I ran out of, give me 1 second. Oh, did I put it? Yes, I put it. Oh, goodness gracious. I hate when I do that. There we go. Is this not, there you go. I'm like, is this not running or what? There you go. There we go. And then this piece might need a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna have okay. And then where is the where is the other piece? It's like right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right on these. I'm gonna try to have the same, see the same border around. So there is a little bit of overlap, but that's okay. And then we're gonna be using this strip. There we go. And then for this one, I thought it would be nice to have just right there, right in between these. Now this is the tweezers from the embossing kit. Embossing body kit, I think it is, right? It's like the tools, it is additional tools that you get to help you with embossing. Okay. And here is where I need to know if I want it on this side. I think I want it on this other end. Like I thought of this. Maybe slightly more on the other end. There you go. Much better. So you can see whichever side you want it. I feel like I want it on this end better. There you go, see? And this is gonna go all, look how beautiful this looks, right? So like I said, I am very excited with this paper pack. I truly am very excited with this paper pack. Did I? Yeah, I did finish all my dimensional. So let's bring another pack. Okay. And then for this side, I'm going to be adding a glue dot. I like to secure my ribbon as well. Here we go. That way it's not moving anymore. We're going to go ahead and bring now this paper pack has 8 of each of the different design papers or patterns that I show you. So you can truly make a lot of cards with just the one paper pack. And you can see how easy all of them were, right? I'm still making one more. Hold on, I want to put the little rhinestones. Where did I do? Oh, here. It's like, what did I do with the rhinestones? It's like right in front of me. I'll put I'll put another one. I always like putting them like together. Gabby, you're right. I love this one because it's purple. When I saw this paper specific pattern, I was like, oh yes. All right, so here is card number 3. I'll show you one more. And like I said, if we have more time, I'll show you a 5th one. These are in the card kit that I'll mail you. Again, you're going to be getting one of each of the different designer series paper. So if you want to mix and match differently, you can do so. Here's the other one. Very, very simple. And then if we have time, we'll do the 5th. The 5th one will not be included, mainly because you wouldn't have enough paper to complete it. But if you like that idea better, you can, of course, change on your cards. Okay, so for this one, we have a piece of Sherry Cobbler 8.5 by 5.5. And I score it at 1.5. Is that right? 1.5? Yes, 1.5. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fold on this end. And then what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna go from the other end and then match it. I didn't want to be scoring it because sometimes when you score, you don't get that perfect alignment, if you will. Okay, and this is like a different type of gatefold, right? But anyway, then I have a piece of designer series paper, and this one is 1.5 by 5.5, which is gonna go exactly here. Okay, mine is slightly longer. We're gonna cut it or we're gonna trim it to match, but we're gonna do that. And then the other end is gonna go with a 2 3/4 of an inch by 5.5. Yeah, 2 3/4, and yeah, 5.5. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and okay, so now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and line up okay. This is going to go like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut out. See, this is slightly longer, but not by much. Okay, and then on this end, we're going to be putting this one. Okay. Okay. And I feel like this one, see, like it's a hair off. Which we're gonna trim it. Yeah, like sometimes you just go pretty good, you know? Oop. Okay, so that's how it goes. Now for the inside, I decided to go with the white piece, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is just a scrap that I had from this paper. And so this is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and glue this one. And we're gonna go ahead and cut this section. And now we're gonna go ahead and glue. And so this is gonna go inside of our car. Okay, so it goes like so, opens like this. And now for this one, what I decided is I have a piece of blue flamingo, and this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I have this piece that kind of matches that one. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one like so, and then have this one. Now I don't want to go outside that end. I can be outside here if I want. See? So like something like this. So it's very simple. And yeah, so I want it in an angle. That's the thing. I want it in an angle. So if you notice, I just have this section. So okay, and you shouldn't see any adhesive on this end. And then you're gonna have this one come this way. See? And this one, you can add the whole thing. Okay, and now this one, I couldn't put the blue ribbon. There's no blue on this one, but I am still going to be adding these little gems, right? Oh, no. Let's move it slightly, a little bit. There we go. And so you have something that goes this way and opens like this. So it's a fun fold, and I think that it's a very easy one. So these are the cards that will be on your kit, okay? So you can see the layout's very simple. You can easily change it to the other ones because, like I said, you still have other pieces, right? So here's what I have kind of left over from that. So you can see there is this camera. We just click. There's these hearts if you want to change to something else. This one says love if you want to be putting love instead of that one. I really wanted to play with this one, and in fact I had this one with this somehow. See, so this one could be something like this if you make it with the purples, and you do have another purple, you know, there is purple color here. And then let's see, what do we have here? There's also this one says Be My Valentine. So again, you could still be making, and of course there's the other side of the paper that I didn't use, right? So anyway, let me do the fifth card. I think that, yeah, we have time. It's 7:24 for me, so yeah, we can do another one. So these are the ones from the kit. The fifth one is not in the kit, but you can see another idea. Like I said, these are very easy, no stamping involved. It's just playing with the designer series paper, which is what I wanted. And so I have here, for this one, I did have to use an additional piece of designer series paper. Mainly because I use so much on this one, you know. I've used almost a whole sheet on this one, so I didn't have enough for that. But anyway, so for this one, I have a real red, 8.5 by 5.5. And we're gonna fold it in half. Oh, Juanita says she loves number 4. Yeah, that's a really fun one. And now I have a piece of basic white, 5.25 by 4. Now this one I embossed it with our new embossing folder, which is the Hearts of Love. And let me see. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. You can see it better. And so this is how it looks, right? It has like these waves, right? And then you have everything with little hearts. So I love how it looks. So I couldn't think it would be better than with this paper because of all the hearts. So I went with this one. And so for this one, I had also a scrap of, I have a little bit of glue, of this paper. So this one was like this, and I cut it in half because again it was just a scrap from one of the cards, and I cut the dove tails on both of these. So these are 3/4 of an inch, yes, by, it was like 1 3/4 for both, and then just cut the banner ends or the dovetails on these. Okay, and then this designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 3.5. And then we have this one, which I love this one. See, you have one without, but on this one, I love this font. But this one says Happy Valentine's, and you can easily mail this to anyone, right? Hi, Lisa, nice seeing you here. And this is again 3 by 3 from the designer series paper. So anyway, we have a piece of real red as well, and then this one is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. And so you're gonna see very, very, very simple to make this card. Like all of the cards that we've been making tonight, for sure. Okay. Okay. And then now when you're cutting this one, just think of the direction, you know. You want to have your hearts kind of like, I mean, it's up to you, but I did want to have my hearts kind of correct, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one like so. Let me see. And then I want to have this one kind of like so, and then have this come here. So let me just put this one for a second. Yep. There we go. Is that right? Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and do dimensionals on these. I want to have like a little one here just for support. Okay. Julie says, you remember years ago when SU had, Stampino has the glue sticks. Now they have much better stuff. Oh, I know, right? I do remember having the glue sticks. I definitely love the adhesives that we have nowadays. Much better. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, yes. I agree with you, Julie. Alright, so now I'm going to be off on this end. Yep. See how beautiful this looks. And now we're going to go and add, I do want to have like a bow on this end. Let's see. Yeah, like if I do something like this. Actually, no, I'm gonna go with this. And much smaller for this one too. Yep, there we go. I go with that. There you go. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the, Louis says, lovely cars and so quick to assemble. Exactly, these are very easy. You know, for Valentine's, sometimes we need something really quick and easy, right? There we go. And here you have it, right? Look at that. So anyway, let me show you all of the cards. Like I said, this designer series paper is a must-have for sure. You can make even more cards, right? And again, you get 8 of each of the different patterns. And so in a way you can mix and match. The first 4 are the ones that are included in the card kit. So here we go. So you can see them all. Yep, you can see them now, all of them. So let me know which one is your favorite. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the purple one for sure is one of my favorites because I love the color, but I love all of them. I don't think I could really pick one, but let me know which one is your favorite. Like I said, all of them are super easy. No stamping involved. All of them are made with only one set of the, except for the 5th one, like I said. So one of each of the different cards, and you still have some leftovers. The card kit in the mail will include the first 4 that I shared with you, mainly because the designer series paper, you don't have enough of the designer series paper that I'm going to be sending you to make that one. But when you get the full pack, right, you can make as many as you want, as you can see here. So anyway, let's see. So Julie says the purple one as well. Yay! I love that one too. Gabby says all are so nice. The purple and the 5th one. So these 2 are your favorites. I love the purple one a lot. All right. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, when you place an order with me that is $50 or more, you'll get the card kit in the mail. It will include an 1/8 of the pack because you'll have one of each of the different sheets on this designer series paper and all the pieces of the cardstock already cut out for you and the ribbon for you to do. I won't be including the gems, but you can add any gems that you have. And then what else? I think that's pretty much it. Remember, all the months of January we have bonus days. So for every $50, you get a coupon of $5 from a Stampino that you can use in February, starting February. Joanne says she loves them all. Thank you so much for joining me. And all orders need to be placed between now and Friday, January 16. What am I saying September? It's January 16. Lori says the Love You More card. Ooh. Oh, this one. Yeah, this phone fold is a really fun one for sure. Lori says, very cute cards. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you have loved them. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all your support, and I'll see you soon. I'll be sending tomorrow the replay for this card class so that you can see it. And like I said, make sure you place your order between now and Friday. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and don't forget about the product of the month that we're having now with Stampin' Up. So every month, Stampin' Up is releasing a new product. And so when you purchase $75, you can get that product of the month for only $5. So it's very accessible. Like I said, this time it's a super cute stamp set, all with sentiments. And it's only $5. So definitely take advantage of that. And anyone who's placing in an order with me $75 or more throughout January will get the tutorial for the samples that we're putting together. And again, it's 12 samples from 12 different demonstrators where I am partnering, where we're featuring the product of the month. So anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Paula says, hard to choose just one. They are also pretty. Thank you so much. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.